Well, hello there, Taurus. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad you joined us. So today I am doing your July love reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so Taurus, let's see what we have here. Really interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay, so yeah, there's an energy here of paying attention to red flags. I feel like there's perhaps a situation where you are a little bit in conflict with this person. You're looking at this situation as a red flag, okay? It could be a pattern that you are recognizing from other, loves that you've had in your life. There's this energy of wondering, oh no, am I going down the same path that I've gone before? This could be a new person coming into your life, but I feel as if there is this message of giving this opportunity, this new person or this relationship that maybe you've been in for a little bit, but not too long. It's about giving it a chance. I feel like there's something really here for you to experience, whether this relationship goes long term or not. There's a lot of romantic feelings, and it is safe for you to love. So that's really positive energy. I feel like you are looking at some aspect of this person or the relationship, and the little alarm bells are going off. But it's about go ahead, go a little bit further. Taurus, I'm saying this because of some of your readings that you've had in the last 6 months. You've been through a lot. Sometimes when we start moving into a new love, we're almost looking for the red flags, right? Is this person anything like the past person? And I feel like, we have playfulness underneath that. It's about keeping it light, keeping it playful. Don't get too committed right away or anything, but enjoy it. There's this energy of enjoy this love. So we also have mirroring, this energy of when mirroring comes up, it is this energy of, a twin perhaps, but is whatever is bothering you about the person that you are dealing with, right, is also something that you may not like about yourself. So just take that into consideration, this red flag, right? So say, I don't know, say you have been divorced 4 times. I'm kind of going out on a limb here. Okay, I'm trying to exaggerate. Say you've been divorced 4 times. So one of the parameters, you go out with this person, they say, well, I've been divorced, 5 times. And you're like, oh, that's a red flag. But the thing is that it's also something that you have in common, right? So it's about taking a look at that. It does not mean that there's a issue with this person, right? Because perhaps you're divorced 4 times because each time you were learning a deeper lesson. Your soul was evolving. You may start talking to this person that's been divorced 5 times and find out that, yes, the spiritual journey that they have had through those relationships has brought them to a completely different level, because we have the travel card, which means this person could live a distance from you. But I also feel like there's this energy of the two of you have traveled down your soul's path. Maybe not together, not in the same car, right, to this point, but you've both done a lot of soul evolution, a lot of soul growth. So it's I guess when this red flag comes up, it's about, okay, can we talk about that? It doesn't mean that you shut down the relationship, because this thing that they may have that seems to be a red flag to you is also something okay, that has helped them to evolve, because there's forgiveness and split energy. I feel like you want to split. There's this energy of you want to split. You see a red flag, your alarm bells go off, and you're like, I'm out of here, right? But there is also, let's talk about this, let's talk about it. And, this sense of forgiving, I feel, is really just a kind of, can we have a heart-to-heart discussion about, the all the relationships you've had in the past, or, whatever is your red flag. It is so true. When we have had our heart broken, sometimes what happens is that we don't want to repeat that. We go almost out of our way to make sure somebody doesn't have that trait. Especially if it has something to do with like an addiction or something like that. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm not repeating that again. I'm not going down that path. So let's see what we have here. Oh, really nice. Yeah, hidden motivations. You could, to me, the energy there is, somebody perhaps is holding back a little bit. You could be holding back a little bit. They could be holding back a little bit. You both could be holding back a little bit. And the reason is because you may not, there's children in her skirts. I kind of almost wonder if there's something from childhood that you both have in common, right? But you may not quite have shared yet. Then you start to share a little bit, yeah, there's something there. Okay, 3 of Wands. You've been waiting for a while for, look at this, Ace of Cups, a happy family, stability. We also have the Star, wishing upon a star and having your wishes come true. And also, I think this person coming in is also, or, if you're in a new relationship, it's also somebody that's going to help you heal that last bit that you may need. Yeah, Empress energy. This is just a lovely, lovely reading. Okay, we have loving woman and Ace of Wands. Somebody coming in, offering, a fresh start in love. The loving woman, gender doesn't matter. It's this energy of the Queen of Cups. I'm putting my heart back out there. I'm inspired and motivated to move forward. Passion. Okay, so there is a lot of passion. Somebody finds you attractive. Somebody wants to get to know you. Once again, gender doesn't matter, but it's this, yeah, I see you from afar, right? It's almost like I see you across the park. You had the travel card, so this person could be traveling to see you. Or you could meet this person while on vacation or traveling somewhere, right? And it's kind of like they kind of see you from afar, and then, they're inspired. They find you attractive. They want to get to know you better. They want to know, oh, what's your dog's name? You may be at the dog park or something, and they come up and they're like, oh, what's your dog's name? And they start talking to you about your dog. It's kind of like they get really inspired when they see you. I feel like this could be part of your red flag, is that it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like, why are you talking to me? Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. So Taurus, your energy. We also have Libra energy here. But it's about looking at this situation, balancing it out, understanding that with every relationship, with every person that we may date or be in a relationship with, there is good and bad. It's about, well, are the scales balanced? Of course you want more good than bad, but it's about balancing out those scales, understanding that sometimes we have to compromise on our beliefs, on our deep-seated expectations in long-term committed relationships. There's our core values that are very important, right? Those are things that you probably don't want to compromise on. But then there's that other set of, how much money they make, what they look like, how tall they are, where they live. Maybe they live far away, right? It's kind of like, okay, Those things, could you compromise on some of those? I think you could. And Taurus, there's this energy of, yes, if I want my Nine of Cups, if I want true love in my life, sometimes I do have to take a look at some things that I think may be a red flag and ask more questions. It's all about asking more questions of this person instead of just like closing down the relationship. Because when we're looking for true love, we have to also come into it with a loving heart, right? We can't come into love with a sense of fear of, hey, I've got to look for red flags. I've got to make sure they don't have this or that, right? It's about being open and loving and listening to their story, because I feel like you're learning a lot about this person. And you're learning a lot more about yourself, that, you know, because it is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. All right, your area of resistance, your obstacle. You have the consciousness of lack, okay? And the Seven of Wands. Both of these are about like holding back or trying to defend what it is that you truly want in your life. But I almost get a sense that you're defending yourself so much that you don't have love, right? You're defending what you think. And I'm not going to say that there are some things that you shouldn't, that are core values that are really important to you. These are things that we say to ourselves, I cannot compromise on this. But it's about looking at that list of things that you think you can't compromise on and understanding, there's some things that you are not going to compromise on, but are there some things that you could compromise on? Because it's almost as if you are preventing love from coming in, or when love comes in, you walk away from it because you're really just trying to protect your heart, right? You're trying to protect your heart, but by doing that, what you're doing is you're making a long list of expectations from the person that you are dealing with that nobody could ever live up to. So it's about looking at that again and asking yourself, is that list so long, and am I being inflexible in that? Because if I am I just trying to block out all love so that I don't get hurt again? There are some things that I can be flexible about. There are some things that I can't. Yeah. We hear you'll hear people say, oh, your standards are too high. Well, if people say that to us, there are certain standards, right? That we really and truly, our heart says, no, I cannot be flexible with that. That is just something that's really important to me. But how long is that list, right? Maybe 3 to 5 things, right? Everything else, there ought to be a little bit of give and take, being able to compromise a little bit. Understanding that if we can't compromise a little bit, then it feels like we'll never have love, right? I feel like nobody's meeting your expectation right now. Knight of Pentacles is taking a long time. It's interesting because I feel like you have people coming in or wanting to come in that want to offer love, but you're looking at them as, players. The energy here is that, you have the 2 knights and then you have the King of Pentacles. You may be thinking that everybody that's coming in is just a knight and you're waiting for the King of Pentacles is the energy of, the perfect spouse. How head of the household, makes nice money, just really grounded, generous, gracious. And are you expecting that people have to? I think the question is this what you are expecting? Not that you don't deserve this. And you're feeling like everybody you're attracting is only a knight. You know, the message I'm getting is that everybody is a knight before they can become a king. Is there potential? That's the word I'm getting. Is there potential in any of these people that you feel is just a knight? Are you giving them the time in order to grow into the king? Or are you dismissing the relationship a little too early? Really interesting message, Taurus. So your advice is, there's something that you need to let go of. The devil energy, Capricorn energy, but the energy that there's something that you may need to let go of in order to be a little bit, creative means not stubborn. Right? When we think of somebody that's analytical, it's all about spreadsheets, it's all about, profits and loss. It's all about, credits and debits, the black and the white on the paper, right? Creative means that, you think outside of the box. I feel like, maybe this person that's coming in is more of a creative instead of a money maker. So it's kind of like, oh, well, that goes totally against, my core values. But it's about taking a look at it again. There's, about being more creative, more open, I would say, to what it is that you're wanting out of love. You're only doing it, Taurus. You're really only doing it to protect yourself, right? To protect your heart. It's the fear that your ego your mind is playing with you in order to keep you safe. You do have a card. It is safe for you to love. You have done the healing. You are ready to open up. It does not mean that you jump into another relationship, right? But it's time to open up your heart and to look at people in new ways. Yeah, you're kind of caught up in your head. The fear is coming through, that's for sure. So we have the Three of Cups and we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like some of you may have been in a third-party situation, or with this devil energy, you could have been in a relationship where the person you were dealing with had some addictions or toxicity of some sort, right? But I want you to see your determination here does need to keep in mind that I'm not dealing with third parties anymore. And third parties does not have to be another person. It can be an addiction. It can be being, very much into their work or whatever. The Knight of Swords is leaving the third party behind, taking action, communicating. I don't do third parties, right? That is a core belief that you're not willing to be flexible about. I feel like there is room for flexibility in some areas, but definitely not in others, right? But once again, it's kind of like, are you almost, my goodness. Okay, the Seven of Cups has jumped out twice. I'm trying to get you some other advice to clear this up. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, it's out of your confusion. I feel like you're still a little bit confused. What is it that you want out of love? Understanding that right now, perhaps what you're doing is just dating, is just getting to know other people, talk to other, start dating people, trying to figure out what it is, because you are soon stepping into your truth. What is it that is really the most important thing in a relationship for you? It's one truth, right? Now I'll give you maybe 3 or 5, okay? But it's about, okay, this is the truth by which I am kind of like the standard, the thing that I can't compromise on, right? That's the standard. And when you suddenly realize, okay, I can compromise on other things, this is the one thing I'm not going to compromise on, and then the wheel turns for you. Yeah, really interesting energy. Because they're showing me this hidden motivation again. I feel as if part of it is there is something that really is a truth for you, something that is really important to you in a love relationship. You're kind of like almost hiding that underneath the skirts, okay? underneath the skirts, because you're putting on, you may have a long list of expectations, right? But the truth of the matter is there's something, okay? And I feel like this truth comes out of the painful relationship that you had in the past. You know, the truth is that you really don't want somebody that's in a third party, has an addiction, is not putting you first. The truth is that if this person came in, right, and it wouldn't matter if they had been married 5 times before, okay, if they really came in and they were truthful with you and they treated you with respect and love and it was balanced, right, and they were committed to you, does it really matter that they were married 5 times before? It's about understanding that perhaps they have had a soul journey like you have, right? And that they are ready also for like this new lease on life. I feel like it's like a new lease on life, having a new lease on life. Putting down something that happened in the past and understanding, yeah, it's time for a new story. It's time for a new story. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Yeah. You know, I feel like the energy here is step into what is truly important, what you really want out of love, and forget the checklist of the things that you don't want out of love, because that list of what you don't want out of love is really based on past experiences. It's time to put that down. You're done with that person. You've moved on. You've done the healing, Taurus, and it's about stepping into your truth, about what you really and truly want. So I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I really do wish you much love and light. I also have a couple other videos you may be interested in, Taurus. I have your July general reading over here, the end card for that. And then I also have a fun pick a card. It's about what summer blessing you can expect to head your way this summer. So you may enjoy that too. It's pretty fun. All right. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.